YouTube, what's up, man? It's your boy DM Era 4187. Yes, I know it's been a while. I'm sorry, guys. I had a lot of stuff going on, and I'm back with another deck profile. It's another updated anti-mana deck profile. Sorry, guys. I've just been trying to work on it, make it a little bit more consistent, better. I think I found the perfect build for it. So we're gonna go into it, and we're gonna try to get into this. So first and foremost, we run the 3 copies of Spectre Border. Pretty much what this card does, it says no to all monster effects, hand, field, graveyard, um, as long as there's no extra deck monster on the field. So if there's no XZs, no Link, no Synchro, no Fusion, um, that's how many monster effects you can get. And even if it's still negated, guess what? That still counts. So if you have 3 different extra deck type monsters on the field, let's say we have an XZs, a Link, and a Fusion, and the XZ's monster effect gets negated, guess what? It still counts, and that means you only have 2 more effects that you can activate. So 2,000 body, 2,000 booty, pretty good stun card. So yeah, everybody needs that card for a stun card. Next, we play the 3 copies of Amano Awado. A lot of stun decks don't play this card, but this card is absolutely broken. They don't play it because they don't like the drawback effect of, okay, come back to hand. But with this build, you can consistently get him out and stick him out on the field and make him stick. And I'll show you that later on in the deck profile. But 1900 attack, he has a body on him. He stops all monster effects. It doesn't matter if there's any type of extra deck monster on the field. Your opponent can literally set up the biggest board with 4 or 5 negates, and you just drop that, and it shuts all that off. And you can actually make plays. And so this version of anti-meta stun, because most anti-meta stun strategies are going first strategies, and they suck going second. So I had to rethink my strategies and figure out how can I make the deck playable going second. Here's the answer right here. So yeah, Amano Awado, 3 copies of him. Also, for my one-of monsters, I run 1 copy of Jalvin the Spiritualist, just to shut off shut my opponent off from special summon, lock him out, and also going second, you could just drop him and then pitch a random card from your hand and destroy all special summon monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Also run 1 copy of Fossil Dyna. Again, just to lock out special summon monsters and to set him, so when he gets flipped, destroy all special summon monsters. And 1 copy of Thunder King Ryo. Now, most traditionally stun decks, they usually go 3 on him, and 3 on him. But I find that it's better to do 1 and 1 because you don't necessarily want to open up with these 2 because it's too easy for your opponent just to use a monster effect to either send your monster back or destroy him or punch over him over battle and then go into their plays. So I had bad luck, but I tested it this way, and trust me, this way is a whole lot better. So just those are just it, and that's it for the monsters. Now my spells and traps are a little bit different. I like this variant better. Actually, it works. It's more consistent. It's powerful, and it can definitely make plays, especially going first and second. So we're gonna start off with 2 copies of Magical Mallet. Yes, I know it's Magical Mallet. Nobody's seen this card since like forever. This card honestly fixes brick hands. I know sometimes with the stun deck, you can run into an issue of having too many brick cards in hand. You can't play nothing. This fixes that. All you gotta do is play this, shuffle the bricks back into your deck, and draw the same number of cards. And it's not a once per turn. The only thing about it is that you have to make sure your opponent, if they try to ash it, they have to ash it as soon as you lay down. They can't ash it when you shuffle the cards into the deck and draw. No, as soon as you play down, they have to ash it. If they don't, they miss timing on it. So 2 copies of those. I run, of course, the 3 copies of Duality, so we can search for cards that we need and add them to our hand. And here's the spice. I run 2 copies of Mystic Mind. Yes, the card everybody hates. Got it, Mystic Mind, but it's still a good card and still helps the meta. The reason why I play Mystic Mind in this deck is because Amano Wild's effect states that if you summon this card on this turn, at the end of the turn it comes back to hand. Well, if you slap Mystic Mind down, it can't activate because going first, I will control more monsters than my opponent would. So that means I can't activate no effects. So I can't activate his effect to come back to my hand, and he stays on the field. So this is 2 right here to keep Amano Wado on field. People didn't think about that, but this is broken right here. And I run 3 copies of Mage Power. Mage Power it synergizes well with the anti-mana strategy because Anti-meta obviously runs a crap ton of back row. So what else than to make your monsters a big giant beast stick and just do one shot kill or OTK your opponent with the anti-meta deck strategy that they can't activate monster effects on. So you can put this on a Spectre border. He gets big as a 5,000, and Amano Waddle gets big as a 4,900. So um, if you get them big, no monster effect activating, monster, that's pretty much GG right there. And some more spice. I run 2 copies of Deck Lockdown. I know it's another card people haven't seen in a long time, but Deck Lockdown actually works well in this format because it's a lot of decks that like to special summon from the main deck, primarily Orcus, um, and some other like little side decks here and there that have the effect of special summons from the main deck. This card locks your opponent out from special summons from the main deck and searching for the next 2 turns. Well, everybody, not just your opponent, both of us. So I played this card before, and I literally like stunned my opponent for 2 turns, and it gave me the advantage, the edge I need. This card is absolutely insane, and people need to get on top of it. It's a really good card for 2 turns. And the other spice I'm running, 3 copies of Mirror of Yada. What this card does right here, this is what made the strategy great going second. If you open with this and a Amano Waddle, that's pretty much game for the most part, unless your opponent has like a Kaiju or something like that. So you drop Amano Waddle and then you play this. Amano Waddle doesn't leave the field; he stays on the field. And if you try to attack him and beat him, this card is destroyed instead of Amano Waddle. So he still stays and he still stuns your opponent out. So yeah, 3 copies of that. I run 3 copies of Card of Demise because, like I said, we love drawing, and if we have Amano Waddle, this is free. So got that. I run 2 copies of Moon Mirror Shield. I was running 3, but 3 I feel like was too much. It was too bricky, but all you need is 2, especially with the mage powers. You can put this on a Jowgen. You can put this on a Fossil Dyna to lock your opponent out of special summons. And if you have a Mono Waddle locked on the field, you can lock your opponent out of activating monster effects. So just a double lock right there. So plus, like I said, Moon Mirror Shield, it can recycle itself from the graveyard by paying 500 life points. Plus, it can chain itself twice and sometimes even 3 times, depending on the effect. I know one time I had a effect where my opponent negated my monster's attack, and I had Moon Mirror Shield attached to it, and it activated again to beat over his higher attack monster. He didn't understand it, but it does that. So Moon Mirror Shield also it equips its effect makes your monster match your opponent's highest attack value, whether it be its defense or its offense, plus 100. So if your monster has a 3,000 defense and it's in defense mode, and I have a 1,200 monster or whatever, it will match its defense plus 100, so it will be 3,100, and it will beat over your defense monster. People sleep on Moon Mirror Shield. I think every deck should at least run 1 copy, but it's an awesome card. I run 1 copy of Book of Moon. This card is absolutely insane. Just to flip your opponent's monster face down so that they can't link it off buys you some time, and especially if you have a Spectre border on the field. Most decks like to do, to beat around Spectre border, they'll normal something that they're not going to use, and they'll just link it off. Especially with the new link, the Salamangreat Amirage or whatever. It's just an easy link off target. You flip that on your opponent as soon as they normal summon a monster, and they're stuck. They can't do nothing. So 1 of amazing. And then also run 1 copy of Swords of Concealing Light. I know it's another old school cards. I love these old school cards because they were absolutely insane, absolutely broken. But yeah, if your opponent has a field full of monsters and you just drop this, you flip all 4 or 5 of them over, and they can't be flipped over for the next 2 turns. And then you just use your monster just to poke in, just to attack them off. So, or attack the important ones that you want to attack. So another card is low key stuns your opponent, and it's a spell, so it makes it faster. Okay, and then to pop Spell and Trap, I have 1 MST, 1 Cosmic Cyclone, and 1 Galaxy Cyclone. Just for those Mystic Mindburn decks, because I know they still exist, you just hit them. Okay, you just hit them if you have to, in the form of Spell and Trap removal. So I don't have that problem. Just to pop 1, banish 1, and I like this one a lot because you can pop a set, and it's in a graveyard. You can banish it and pop a face up. So there's a floodgate like Imperial Order, or anti-spell fragrance. You can just use that from the graveyard, pop it, and yeah, get rid of it. I didn't really do Twin Twisters because I felt like it's kind of unnecessary. I have 3 cards, so yeah. Then the one copy of Prohibition. I know this is a card people don't see a lot. I like this card because it's very effective, especially for like going first to hit a certain card that you want to hit. Um, whether it be um, Mystic Mind. I usually call it for Twin Twisters because it works well with the deck. Since the deck plays a lot of back row, I'll just drop this and I'll call Twin Twisters and I'll lock it out for the rest of the game. So therefore, I can protect my back row. I don't have to worry about it, and I can just keep on making my plays. So just the one of Prohibition. Um, last spell, Pot of Desires. That's it. I don't run Extravagance because I play tested it before, and Extravagance conflicts with this deck so much, especially with the card Demise, because you need to draw more cards. So I decided to keep the Demise and take out the Extravagance. But I played the one copy of Desires because it's good in this deck mathematically. It helps you get rid of some of those extra spells and traps you don't want to see and get to a certain cards you want to see. So it thins your deck out, and it helps you create more consistency and just more advantage. So yeah, 1 Desires. Also 2, now going to the traps, I run 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. There's nothing like negating a monster's effect going second. I love this card. It's like it's a effect veiler, so I don't have to worry about Call by the Grave getting negated. And also, I can set it going first and hit certain zones that my opponent places cards in. Um, it has double whammy effect. I love it, and I think it's a great card for this deck. It works very well. And last but not least, 1 copy of Royal Decree. Yes, Royal Decree. Royal Decree is that card that people don't play a lot. They don't see a lot. I love it because it stops evenly matched, stops impermanence, and any other floodgate trap out there. So I just run the one of, like I said, Orcus Crescendo, well, Fog Blade, but it got hit on the ban list, so whatever. But yeah, it just hits those traps, man. Reincarnation, all that good stuff, and just protects your board even more. Heavy Storm Duster, all that good stuff. So people sleep on this card, but Royal Decree is a great card for this deck. Now, on to the side deck. Side deck choices are pretty much cherry targets, but these are cards that I felt like were too powerful and they could potentially get me. So just take a look at my side deck and let me know what you guys think. So cherry targets, of course, we run the 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, the OT Thunder Dragon Colossus, pulls out OTS pack. What you guys think about that? Dark Law, because Heroes is coming back, so you gotta prepare yourself for that. Frogs, because Marincess archetype is out, and they're bringing that together with Frogs, and I hate Toads, so yeah, there you go. Cyber Dragon Infinity, because like I said, they can make him, and he can stop my plays too. Can't stand him. Dengirsu, pulled this out of the pack too. I just don't like him, like I said, the fact that he can just send cards away, so yeah. Galatea, ulti, another ulti. Chatting about that. Galatea, because I think he's a good engine card to hit. I feel like if you hit Galatea, you kind of hurt the engine a little bit, slow it down a lot. 1 Shizuku. Sky Strikers to me is not dead because Engage is not at 1 and Widow Anchor is not at 1, so it's not dead. So I just have something for them. I know they have Widow Anchor at 1. Or no, I know they have Kagari at 1, but Shizuku on the end phase, you hit that, you kind of slow it down in its consistency. A Borlo, so that I don't have to worry about getting OTK. Also going to, I got Pisty and I got LP to stop those Thunder Dragon plays or those Thunder Guard Dragon plays from setting up a big board of 4 or 5 negates. Erratic Seal, if I know my opponent's going to that so that they can't tribute over my cards as soon as I play them on the ground, on the field. Let's see. Hextia, Altergeist is still pretty good. Heavy Metaphors Electromite for those pin decks, and Sunlight Wolf. I think Sunlight Wolf is the one to hit because it generates the target to set those traps for Salad Boys. So yeah, I think that's a good target to hit, Cherry's target. And my side deck. So my side deck, guys, I chose this. I'm still working on the side deck, but I have an idea what I want to go with. So obviously, you know, go with 3 cherries. Going second, I got 3 cherries so I can hit my targets. Going against strikers, I got the Black Garden, 3 copies of Black Garden to slow them down. Going second, I usually run 2 copies of Hey Trunade. So before I even make my plays, they could have a Twin Twisters. I just play Hey Trunade and force them to activate it or force them to gate out. I think that works well with the deck. Before I make my plays, just send everything back. 1 copy of Necro Valley, just in case if I have to hit something that if I'm usually going second, I don't usually play Mystic Mind because 9 times out of 10 they can just out it. So I will go with Necro Valley. And I got 2 copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance for the Pendex and Sky Strikers, I guess. 2 or more additional copies of Royal Decree for the Trap Heavy decks, Frogs, Altergeist, anything like that. And 3 copies of Mask of Restrict. True Draco is making a return, so you gotta have some way to kind of stop those guys. I'm still working on the side deck though, so it's not fully complete, but this is just an idea of what I got. That's that. But again, guys, that is my deck profile. Sorry for the long video, but thanks for watching. Thanks for staying tuned. And yeah, just stay tuned, man. I'm gonna have more content for you guys coming up really soon. And please, again, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And I appreciate it. And you guys have a good day. All right, thanks.